Well, and the way they maintain that story is by ruthlessly punishing anybody who questions it, even though questioning it is the obvious thing to do.
Right.
Because for one thing, elections used to be different, as you remember,
Yeah.
right? First of all, you used to vote in person, and voting by mail was something you were very reluctant to do because you knew that if your vote got counted, it was going to be very late in the process. It wasn't really going to matter.
It was mostly for soldiers serving overseas.
Right, exactly. It was for people who just simply couldn't vote in person, and it never really mattered except in very rare cases. The disappearance of that and the normalization of voting by mail, the normalization of voting across a period of time so that you're not all voting on the same day, and the absence of exit polls, right? When everybody's voting from home or wherever, you can't detect fraud by virtue of the fact that the count that came in from that precinct didn't match what the exit pollers registered.
Right.
Well, but I mean, I have exactly the same reaction to that story, and I've been down that rabbit hole. And I think you're just ultimately left with a question. Something happened in 1963. That's before either of us were born, right?
Right.
That thing was either an anomaly that robbed the nation of a president, and the nation continued to be a democratic republic in the aftermath of it, or that was interference with democracy, and we don't know how to look at all of the seemingly democratic things that have happened since.
We don't know. And as long as they can have you believing in the polls, this is what's really important, polls. Kamala Harris is up by 3%. Oh, she's up. She's winning. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Right, and
you're not talking to me.
What narrative is it in which Kamala has done something that might have caused a surge in her popularity? Like, I didn't see it.
Well, some magic. It's like, there's that theory, that concept about multiple dimensions, multiple universes that we all
the
live.
multiverse, sure.
Yeah, this possibility that there's infinite numbers of universes all around us all the time, and we enter into a different timeline. We entered into a different timeline.
Well,
Clearly.
I mean,
something happened.
I think the multiverse thing is nonsense. I think it's an accounting scheme for figuring out how to deal with the fact that actually the universe is not deterministic, which people wrestle with because we don't exactly know why it isn't. But to your point about how much can they cheat, I call that factor, which none of us can put a number on. Maybe they can.